evening. First, as much as I can appreciate your efforts with Mike Turner, county leaders in the public safety community, Mike Turner has been in Congress for 23 years, and despite local pressure, he avoids town hall meetings, question and answers with the local media, with the local public, the citizens that he's supposed to represent. He's influenced decisions here, yet many of us see limited direct accountability to the people who live in Dayton. I'm asking you to exercise your independent leadership, not to be swayed by outside pressures or personalities, especially when those voices haven't earned the day-to-day trust of our neighbors. His choices with NATO visits downtown also diverted funds that could have gone to long-term needs in Dayton. And then the article that was published in regards to the $223,000 annually, bringing total maintenance to $400K per year. I'm not anti-public safety, but this appears to be a push downtown-centric security model that diverts attention from root causes driving crime citywide. The data shows in 2024, violent gun crime was concentrated in the west, northwest, with downtown accounting for only about 3% of the injuries. If we pour resources into downtown to strengthen and protect that area, we risk a two-tier safety model. Downtown gets protection while other neighborhoods face persistent challenges with fewer resources. I welcome the violence interruption program as a step recognizing crime as a public health issue, but the current budget isn't enough to meet the city's needs. We also know that people who approve the funding can push back against the awarded organization's ideas, effectively making them part of the problem. The dynamic undermines public trust and slows progress on the root causes. What I'm asking you to do, publicly commit and fund a comprehensive citywide safety strategy that foregrounds prevention, housing stability, mental health, addiction services, education, and economic opportunity, as well as neighborhood-based policing, emphasizing de-escalation and community trust. I'm encouraged by Mayor Turner-Sloss's emphasis on prevention, housing stability, and behavioral health access. I ask you to turn those words into action by ensuring the violence interruption program is comprehensively funded as a permanent city line item with transparent metrics and neighborhood input. Thank you. I'll be back. Thank you.
I'm grateful. The group that was together were made up of business leaders. Commissioner Turner played a role in it, other elected officials. And I think it's a good start. And I think we talk about wanting participatory government, and I think Congressman Turner. What did I say? Commissioner, I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm really downgrading, right? It should have been mayor, right? But so for the congressman, my apologies to the congressman. But I think it's a model of how we move forward, because we want everyone engaged in the safety of our city. And I know that this commission has a desire to extend that into our residential neighborhoods. And so I think this becomes a piece of a broader conversation around what reimagining public safety looks like. And Chief is always quick to remind us that our police, we can't enforce our way out of some of the big problems we have, particularly those that could, that lead to crime. And so what can we do to prevent around improving our neighborhood development, our housing conditions, our school system, our young people, building community trust, social cohesion in our neighborhoods. I mean, there's a lot that we can do, and I think it starts with these kind of conversations. So people engaging more will be better. So I'm supportive of the recommendations that's coming from the downtown work group, and I look forward to encouraging other work groups to form and more people to be engaged as we work to bring safety to our city.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah. Commissioner Shaw?
Yeah, well, along that line, and thank you for bringing that up, because there have been some misconceptions about how this working group was organized, and what the purpose was. Yeah, let me just say this publicly. Downtown Dayton is safe. Some numbers are low that kind of go back to 2018, I think the city manager would agree with. Downtown Dayton is safe. What we've got is a perception issue about downtown Dayton. And this working group, for the record, was specifically about safety in downtown Dayton, because there was this perceived threat about We're on the tipping point. We're, moving in the wrong direction, and investment could be threatened, which we all know, and I think would agree that development in downtown Dayton pays for much of what happens in the rest of our broader community. Said that plenty of times. Having said that, along with increasing safety, and really this was about talking about some of the policy prescriptions that we put into place, reinvigorating the bike force and just surging police protection in downtown. Again, having said that, downtown is very safe. It's probably our safest neighborhood, and we need to definitely be concentrating on West Dayton and parts of East Dayton that are very dangerous, and that's something that we will work on as a body, I'm sure, in the coming days. But the value that I saw in this, for the most part, was bringing collaboration to the table, which is what we're famous for in this community, to bring all resources to bear on an issue and then communicating that out so that others feel safe coming downtown, because there's this ridiculous perception that downtown Dayton is not safe. And we have to be able to push back on that, to encourage folks to come downtown and take advantage of all that we have to offer in this community, and especially in downtown Dayton. So I saw this as an opportunity to kind of have the conversation, agreeing that there was more work to do, that we could always make things safer. And I view this as a great opportunity for us to be able to communicate that out into the broader community, because I'm glad that the media is here today, but oftentimes they don't talk about the positive things that happen in our city. And because of the stature, I guess, of a congressional representative that comes and brings a group together, all of a sudden we had plenty of media talking about this all over the place. So to me, that's a net positive. So I looked at this as a good opportunity, a great start, and could be a great model for what we do in the rest of the community. I agree with you, and that's why I support this initiative.
Thank you, Commissioner
Thank you.
Shaw. Commissioner Joseph?
Thank you, Mayor. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. I would just like to very briefly echo my colleagues' comments in regards to, again, the work that has been done for the convening of the Safety Committee and focusing on downtown. This is, in fact, an opportunity for us to use it as a model. We know that there is some work that is being done. We have Felons with a Future who have been awarded the contract or the agreement with Gadaha, and that is for the Global Care Violence Initiative. And we know that there is more work that is going to be done with that initiative outside of, again, the Felons with a Future, and looking at other mechanisms so that we can work collectively to reduce the violence in our community. So again, I invite those who made the comments, and your concerns are very valid. I invite you to join one of the three committees that we will be convening and that we will be all collectively working together. And so again, many of the residents, you have deep concerns, and we want to work again in partnership to make sure that we are identifying those various different means of addressing those social ills in our community, from the social services. I know Ms. Hastings has mentioned the social elements of all the various different things that we're dealing with and the root causes of crime itself. So thank you for bringing that to our attention, and know that that is, in fact, a commitment of mine. And I'm sure I have the support of my colleagues in that vein as well. So we're going to do that necessary work. But again, this is, in fact, a model. We have to change the perception of downtown Dayton in all 65 neighborhoods. We want to make Dayton safe, but we do understand that there are a number of root causes that we need to deal with. So thank you for your comments and for being here.